Yeah. Okay. All right. We're now recording. Yay. All right.
Are we?
I think so.
Yes, we are. Top left. Okay, I see.
And everybody mute yourselves, including you.
Yeah. I'm muted.
Right? Am I muted? Okay.
I'll make my volume.
Cool. Welcome to Sprint P demo time. Long, you want to take it away?
Sure. So, should I unmute?
No, you don't.
No, we're just using yours.
Yeah.
So sure, I'm going to demo basically the Query Cloud front end hooked up to a mock API. Before we even start that, the mock API is a pretty cool thing. Let's see if we can find. Oh, I don't need to show it, I guess. In this terminal window, maybe this is not helpful to anybody. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, let's just jump in. I'll share my screen. You can see how it does. Okay, so here's Query Cloud.
Hey, it's Query Cloud.
And got a little white space under the footer there. This is a work in progress. Literally the very last issue of the sprint was to make this little footer, which I just made, but needs to always be sticky if the page content is not long enough. But okay, here we go. I will jump through these layouts. So we're here at the root view, and basically this is the data set list. So imagine a search bar on here. Imagine this is sort of your jumping off point for discovering data sets. But at least we have sort of stuffed in here a list of data sets where you can see the data set name, you can see the pure name and the name of the data set. You can see some light analytics about the structure, number of rows, many commits. We can also put the file size here. But these are all clickable. So when we click on one, we end up on the data set page, which you'll see we basically start with this data set overview. I think this is what the overview here. This is the data set. And we've got components and history tab. So I'll just scroll down a little bit in this overview, and you can see we've got the name, we've got a big fat download button at the top. We've got some stats about the data set, or I guess this is structured data plus the last commit. There's no categories, there's no keywords. I wish we had little keywords on it, because those are little buttons. We've got the description, so some selected meta, and we've basically got 100 row previews. And right here you're seeing two previews just because we stuffed this out with one that is starting with JSON data behind the scenes, and one that's starting with CSV data. They both look good. This is a simple React component that ended up doing this. So it's not a fancy table that you can select things from like Canton table, but it's there and it works. Yeah. So it's all sort of ready to be connected to the backend. So let's look at the other tabs. So under components, this is where you get the full-on view of the data set. So we've got standard versus additional metadata, and standard metadata, of course, is like the stuff that's compliant with DCAT, and then you can fill in whatever you want into the other fields. These things feel like they don't actually belong in there. I don't know, is that right?
Oh, we get to figure it out.
Okay. So we've got a viz, and this is a nice little code mirror interface, so you can actually copy and paste from here. We've got a transform, we got a schema, we've got our structure elements, and then we've got the same body preview from the front, or from the overview page. So that's our detailed component list. And then last but not least is history. So this is basically copying off of GitHub's history for repo. We're taking the array of objects of history that we get back, and we're actually splitting them up by day or by date. So we'll have nice little chunks of commits, a little more visually appealing. Plenty of work to do here to make this a little more compelling, more useful. But the basic layout is there, and we can start working on it.
Okay.
What else do we have? If I click on sign in, we get this cool modal. So this is the sign in modal that you can pop up from anywhere. And I will now sign in. And you can see up here, we got a little icon and it says the username. For the technical folks in the room, we can inspect down here and look at application and see that there is a cookie called off with this pretend cookie value. But from there, I have access to 4 routes. So I can go to my settings. So this is where I can actually change my settings. And if I click upload image, for example, let's see if this actually works. say I want to be this blob. It'll replace that, and then I can hit save. And that'll be good to go. I can also update my name, things like that. So we got a nice little form here that we can build on for that. And I can sign out and sign back in very easily. The last thing I think I didn't show was, if I click on one of these data sets, the link to a user's online profile, or basically a user's query page. So the idea here is that, I am, the steward of 10 or 15 or 20 or 1,000 data sets, and I want to be able to send this link out to everybody that says, hey, come check out my profile. This is analog to GitHub's user profile. This is where you get all your street cred for doing such a great job maintaining data sets. So here's a stubbed out page for Blob Ross. You can click on his homepage, you can click on his Twitter. This needs a better icon. But we got a nice data set list here. You can navigate back to the data sets. One more thing I wanted to show, the history view. So the data set view, as you saw it, is actually also set up to show historical data sets. So basically, if I'm looking up here at /reco/com computing history jargon, that's basically saying look ahead. But if I go back to one of these older commits and click on it, you'll see that the URL changes to this peer name /name/at/IPFS and the actual hash. So we can kind of repeat this data view for any point in time in history, and we've got nice URLs that make sense.
Awesome.
And I think that's kind of where we are. So this was a rapid fire 2 weeks. Casey and I collaborating Bootstrap, Express, server-side React, a few client-side JS implementations and some libraries there to do some things. But
can you show sourcing? It's really great.
Yeah,
so you
sure.
can see that there's actually.
let me see. Okay.
Actually, just do like view source. That'll show you.
Okay. Use
Page source. Yeah.
that's
So
not
this is like real, not JavaScript.
Yeah, not JavaScript. So server rendered, indexable by Google. Even got a favicon in there. So I got to mention. Yeah, you see lots of little bootstrappy classes in there.
Awesome.
Helped us get this done at a very, very rapid pace.
Less than 2 weeks. Woo!
Okay. And I think so. Dustin was doing some work around getting this actually wired up to the nascent backend API. And I think that's what we should maybe take a look at next.
All right, not quite ready yet because I had to rebuild all my Yarn dependencies because something changed. But I think the server might be coming up now. Give me 1 second. See if this thing actually.
That's awesome. I can't believe that happened in 2 weeks. It's like my mind realized like we've not had a single line of code for that.
Yeah.
It's my
Open source software for the
Open source roar. You're right. That's
My node server is coming up now,
okay.
so it should just be.
Just takes a long time.
Yeah. It's a lot of code.
I should prepare my universe as well.
I was told last minute to do this. No, it's fine. I
Encourage.
was like,
Encourage.
not today.
Cool. Nice.
Come on. Sorry for the dead air.
It's all good.
Okay. Let me just make sure this works before
We
I
go-
start
we should get
screwing
rid of
around
it.
things.
You should prep like silly memes to share screen on while we like.
I was thinking like, yeah,
Innovation.
like a pause, like put some music.
We do that. Random dog generators. We go into search engine.
There it is. This is up. All right, this is working. So, come on. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'm good to demo. Okay.
Check.
Where do I?
I'll share screen.
Which button is that? Is that the green share button?
At the bottom, yeah.
Cool, we good?
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so I'm running the same front end code, pointing at a build of the back end that's running that has all the new fancy sign-in stuff. How do I get rid of this window? Okay, cool. So yeah, the interesting part that's hooked up here is the sign-in link, possible modal, which I can log in with some test account that exists in the database. So yeah, username, password, very secure password. I sign in, and then after the page refreshes, you'll notice it has my username here in the corner. Just to again dig into the details, a little cookie is set that has my session information.
Awesome.
Is there a sign out route? Actually, is it /sign out?
No, you don't see the drop down.
Oh, it is in the drop down.
Yeah.
Oh, so that works too. Cool. Yeah, signing out there. Refresh the page with now the sign-in link restored and my cookie deleted. Cool. Can also, I don't know if this.
Oh, I didn't demo the snap page.
It's okay, I can do that. So yeah, next thing I was going to show. Is there a link? This is like link that flows.
There's a link in the modal for sign up.
Right. So if you don't have an account yet, we have a working database in the back where we get a real email address. You can enter your email address, username, and then super secure password. Create the terms of service, and signing in is now storing that user data in our user database, giving me a cookie and doing the exact same stuff. So yeah, it works.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah,
Amazing.
users can grade their users.
So good. All right, and then I guess finally, should I go with that thing that we did before? Yeah, why don't we do that? Let's see if this is all hooked up properly. Give me 1 second. Okay. 1 second. Share. This is going to be a little more terminal nerd, a little less exciting, but maybe we can. We'll compose. 2000. Okay, cool. So this is actually good. I know this doesn't look good. Chris has already fixed this in a different branch. But right now what's happening is there are no, I'm going to demo sort of the connection between, so like wiring up the actual publish process. And so in the future, we will have a publish button on Query Desktop. And thankfully the CLI already has, so this thing in the top right corner is like my terminal. And so if I type query, this is my usual query universe. If I type query ls, we can see that I have configured can't set IPFS path. That's useful. Query PWD. Let's hope that works. Oh no, I have to do this. Hold on. Shoot. Okay, let's pretend this. No. Nope. Let's do this and let's go over here. Cool. Query ls. Oh, that's why. Yeah.
And now let's run a different terminal.
Yeah. Anyways, so if I type query ls, we can see that I have this Mojo streamer brands. And what we want to see is so we're trying to load the front end right now, and we don't have any data sets. So this is a world where not a single data set has ever been published to the registry. And so nobody can see anything. But if I type query publish, and I type me streamer brands, I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to have to do this once or twice. This is a bug that only happens locally because of how fast that transferred. But what just happened is we published this to our new registry, which is running an entirely new algorithm under the hood that is also generating a preview on our backend server. So now when we reload this, we actually see everything Chris was just demoing, but with actual data. And so we can see some of this stuff. A lot of this isn't wired up yet. But the thing that's exciting is we're properly storing previews in the database, and we wired that up so that when the user types publish, everything is getting saved to a place where it's always available, and we're able to sort of react to that and create new query cloud stuff in response to it. That's it. Cool.
Great.
Rapid. Sick. Yeah, cool. And then so this week actually went pretty well. We moved a bunch of stuff around. Springboard did good, but all in all, I think 2 weeks of query cloud life. It's going fast. next up is Sprint Q, and we have to basically release everything we've written over the last 8 weeks.
And finish the production work. There's still some reading.
Totally. Cool. All right, so I think this kind of concludes Sprint P's demo. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you on the internet.
Peace out. Peace out. Go Scout.